Hello everyone, this is Six Pounder Gaming and welcome to another episode of me playing random games. And the first thing you might notice or think about is, what the fuck is he speaking in English? You're fucking Finnish, man. You should be proud of your origins and all that. But seriously, I want to learn English, and I want to get my English back to where it was before I went to the army, because in the army I only spoke Finnish and I totally lost the skill to speak, so I'm picking it up again. So that's it. In the future all the episodes should be in English if nothing too spectacular is happening. So yeah, let's get started. Today we are playing Planetside 2. I just started this game yesterday and I think it was correctly published in Tuesday. Yeah, it's a free-to-play first-person shooter which you can download from Steam. It pretty much works like League of Legends and all that. So it's free to play, but you can purchase stuff within the game using real money to improve your character and stuff. Yeah. So let's get on with it. So when you log in, this is what you get. This is the character list or thingy. Here you can see I have 3 characters. 2 are on the alien, see the quotation marks, and 1 is on pretty much the human side, and yeah, see here I have 1 on battle rank 4. This is my main character, but today I think we are gonna play with the red one. Yeah. And here you can see the server which I'm on, the server name and the region. The thing why I chose the US servers is because they have the most population over all the servers, so they're pretty much all the time at very high. And in this game you can only have 3 profiles or 3 characters at any given time, so you cannot really have like a list full of characters at all of those different servers. So you kinda wanna pick the servers up like thinking about the people who you are gonna play with and all that, so you should pretty much just arrange things that all your friends are playing on the same server. Here you can see the population of the server. This is the alien faction, and this is my faction. It shows how many people there are in presence, or the percentage of players from the server in any given faction. And yeah, so if I select this one, it's always pretty much the red one, or the red ones are the dominant when it comes to the amount of players. I don't know why, but it's really anybody's game. When you go to a server, it doesn't really matter what race or faction, should I say, you play, and there are on every server there are like continents. There are 3 continents per server, and on at least one continent your faction is gonna be dominant, so it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna be at a disadvantage if you play like in this server. You can see the purple ones are at 31% and the red ones are at 36. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's get on with it. So today I'm playing alone, and I think I'm gonna find me a squad and try to get some decent gameplay for the video. So let's get up. Okay, first thing you're gonna see, this is the name of the continent. It's Izmir or something, I don't really care. And I'm not gonna play on the continent, it's just, that's the winter one. I'm gonna go on, I can't really remember my name. It's, the one with the desert and some woodlands and stuff. So, once I get in, the first thing I'm gonna do is change the continent, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So the first load is always a bit time consuming, so when you are actually in game, all the loading times are reduced to about 2 or 3 seconds. I'm running the Intel i7 660K at 3.4 gigs, so that shouldn't really be a problem for me. I only have a graphics card with, I think it's 1 gig of memory, so I don't really have the best card for the graphics, but I can still run it on full graphics with a decent, let's get the FPS up, decent 23 FPS, 24 constant. Oh, just turned myself invisible. So yeah, at the moment I'm playing Infiltrator, and it's pretty much the sniper class of the game. His special ability is to turn invisible, like so, for a given time. You can see on the bottom right corner the meter is going down, and when it's completely down you turn back, and when you're invisible you cannot shoot, so it's kinda a handicap for it, but it's also making the game more balanced in a way, so you can snipe people while you're invisible. So yeah, I have this semi-auto rifle with me that I got quite recently. I don't yet have a scope for it, so I'm playing it almost like an assault rifle. And the other stuff I have are a pistol, that's a burst fire, or if you press B on my keyboard it turns into a semi-auto pistol. And the last thing you have on this class is the recon detector, I think that's what it's called, I'm not sure, but basically what it does is when you fire it to the ground, on that area it shows movement. It's like a motion detector thing, really. So yeah, and oh, it just killed, I think, by the teammate or something. So yeah, now first things first, let's change the continent. Press E on the let me show you. Press E on the panel that has this like Earth or a world showing up. I'm gonna show you the other panels once we get there. So let's get to Inda, warp. So as I'm playing alone, I'm not gonna do a bunch of strategical gameplay. I'm just gonna show you things around and how to play the game and what the other classes have to offer for gameplay, and maybe some vehicles and tanks and stuff, yeah. Vehicles and tanks and airplanes, yeah. So here we have the class selector thing, where you can resupply and change your class at any given time. It has the weapon symbol, and when you go, just press E. It brings up the class panel, and here you have, this is my Infiltrator with a HSR1 and the pistol and all the other stuff, all the other stuff. And here you can see the light assault. This is pretty much your all-around kind of up close and personal type. It has a jetpack, or jetpack, yeah, and a grenade. All classes don't have grenades when you start. So this one has a light assault rifle and a pistol, yeah. Oh shit. Let's get back there. Yeah. Next one is a combat medic, and this is like the go-to guy when you're injured. He has the medical applicator one, which pretty much works as a revival and healing device. And I forgot to say about light assault, his special ability is the jetpack. So when you press F, sorry, I have to correct myself. When you press and hold space, the jetpack ignites, and you go flying away for a short period of time. And the combat medic's special ability is when you press F, you heal yourself and everyone around you at a rapid pace. And otherwise, when using the medical applicator, you just can heal one person at a time, or revive one person at a time. Next one, we have the engineer, which pretty much the same as the medic. He has the nano armor kit one that repairs vehicles and structures found in the game. And he has a disposable turret that you can place on the ground and then mount it and use to kill enemies. And also he has a ammo pack, or you can like throw it to the ground and your teammates can resupply their ammo. Next one, we have the heavy assault, which is like the heavy gunner, like the name says. He has a machine gun with 100 rounds on this faction, a standard pistol, a rocket launcher that's not pretty, that's not so powerful at all. At least I found it that it requires 2 shots to kill a guy and a hell lot of shots to kill a tank. And his special ability is a shield. So when you press F, you go all reddish. Your character turns red, more red than mine already is, and you deflect bullets much better than your regular shield. Sorry for my stuttering. I really can't help it, but just bear with me. And the last class we have is the Max. This is like the Terminator of each faction. You can only get it by and from the station by buying it using 100 of your infantry points. We get those points and stuff in the next section. So this is pretty much a tank on legs. It has the ram ability. When you press F, it goes like a charge and just pushes people away on its path. It's really slow, tough. It takes a lot of hits to kill this. If you have a sniper, you require like 2 magazines to kill it. At standard, this one has a chain gun and a grenade launcher, and it's so low. No, sorry, it's so slow, but it's so deadly. If you get, you can like later on you can choose what weapons you have when you get more points. I'll tell you about those later. You can choose what weapons you have, and if you have like those 2 chain guns at close range, you're just gonna own people. So next up, we're gonna talk about the points or the resources in the game. You have 3 types of resources. You have airspace, mechanized, and infantry. When you wanna buy a airplane, you go for the uh, airplane computer, and if you want to buy an airplane, you require these points. A heavier plane costs around 300 points, and the um, weaker fighter type costs around 250. I'm gonna show them later to get the exact amounts. And mechanized, well, you can pretty much guess. If you want to buy tanks or ATVs or anything, you use those. And for infantry, for resupplying, getting the max and stuff, you use the infantry points. And other things, station cash, this is the stuff you get from premium membership or from buying or using no buying using real money to buy these points. So 2,500 points cost uh, 20 euros, I think. So they are pretty expensive, and weapons cost around 700 station cash a piece. So you can get the idea of how expensive weapons are to buy with real money. The other things, the other thing are the third points, and you get these by gameplay, like from killing and doing achievements and all that. You get these pretty slowly. A weapon costs 1,000 third points, so it's kind of slow, but you can use your third points to upgrade your character, give him um, better armor, attachments to the weapons like silencers and sights, and increase the duration of the ability and its effectiveness. But we're gonna continue on. So that's pretty much about the point system, and as you can see, this is a massive bleh. I'm just gonna call it MMO. It's just too hard to pronounce the word correctly. So yeah, here we are at the main station of our faction. We are there. So here you can see the continent we are playing on. The colors represent the factions and their turf that they control. Here you can see the percentage around on the left side of the control of the area. So there are in a certain area there are like multiple control points, and you can see who owns the points. And when you zoom in, you can see the areas that are under attack. They are flashing, as you can see all over the map. Those are the hot points where you might want to get into if you are wanting to get in the battle. So using the map, you can also deploy into the hotspots using the deploy button. It starts a countdown, but I'm not gonna go there because this is just a tutorial. And all other things you can do on the map, or obviously check the map around, see where you can go, and at this scale I don't really, or at least not yet, I have not found any other good use for the map other than to get around and see where the action is at. So that's about the map. And next up we have the vehicle panel. So for this faction we have the Flash, which is an ATV. This Sandra, which is the same for all factions, as is the Flash. This is a mobile spawn point, which has a large capacity for transporting men, and it has those two guns on the roof that can be altered to rocket launchers or other stuff when you get the cert points. Next up is lighting, which is the basic light tank for all the factions, at least for the purples and reds. This is the same. I have the custom camo on all the tanks, so when you get in the game they won't look exactly the same in colors than mine, but that really doesn't matter. And the last one is, I think it's unique for this faction, it's a Prowler, and on the purples there's like an alien tank instead of this, and this is like the battle tank of the faction. It has a two-shot anti-tank cannon and a machine gun. It's a quite a good tank. It's a tank for two persons, and the ATV is for one. You can only drive by yourself. You can't have anyone with you. And the lighting is also only for one person. And in this game, when you buy a vehicle, other people cannot get in as the driver. You're the only one who can drive the vehicle if you buy one. But if you go to another player's vehicle, you can go in as a gunner or riding back, but you can drive the vehicle, which is kind of good, so other people can't really steal your vehicle. But it's sometimes annoying when somebody just leaves their tank around and you could take a good use for it, and you just cannot move it. Sometimes it's quite annoying. So here we can see the prices. Flash is 25, as you can see. Sandra are 400, that's the most expensive one. Lightning 200 and the Prowler 250. So press S to get away from that. And next, and probably the last interface, or the computer we're gonna look around, is the airplane controller. There are two different airplane controllers. There's the one that spawns the galaxy, and four that spawn regular airplanes. So this is the Mosquito, this is the fighter for the faction. Costs 180 airspace points, so not so expensive, and these points are depending on how big of an area you control. They regenerate over time. And the other one is called the Liberator. This is a two-seater, as the Mosquito is just a single-seater. So this one is behaves pretty much like a helicopter. This, by the way, this is a three-seater. I'm sorry. This is a back gunner, a bottom gunner, and the driver. As you can see, this costs 270 points. Behaves pretty much like a helicopter. Can hover, vertical landing and takeoff. As for the Mosquito, it cannot really hover, but it can actually land and take off vertically. You don't need an airstrip to get off. So yeah, that's the airplane sector 1. The next one, here you can spawn the galaxy. It's 315 points, a gigantic airplane with 4 gunners driver, and I think it's 6 passengers. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, it's a transport vehicle, a huge tank-like airplane. So yeah, there's some infantry computers there. Next thing we are gonna do, we're gonna get ourselves a vehicle and get into some action. I'm gonna go for the Prowler, and when you press OK, you just automatically spawn into a vehicle, and by pressing T, as in Tango, you can switch between first and third person. And you go to the gunner seat, you just press F2 to operate the gun. Press F1 to go back to the driver's seat. So at the bottom left you can see the minimap, which itself doesn't really do much, but when combined with a waypoint, which I'm not really sure how to use because I have never done it before. But if we take a general direction, we're going southwest and just keep going that way, and I think we're gonna find some action. So in here, the next goes with all the vehicles that have guns. That is, this is not your usual Battlefield 3, Battlefield 2, Battlefield Bad Company. Your vehicles have ammunition, so you can actually run out. On the bottom right you can see the ammo from my main gun. So I have 2 shots, and then I need to reload, and I have 48 shots left. And the same goes for the Top Gun, or the this anti-aircraft cannon. It has 50 and 250, so a total of 300 rounds, and you can resupply them at a base. But if you run out of ammo in the middle of combat, you're pretty much screwed. On the center right you can see the health bar is pretty much a silhouette of the tank, which changes color when you lose health. Oh shit. I shouldn't really talk to myself that much. So that didn't go so well. Well, I'm gonna show you the way the respawning works at the game. I use this as an opportunity. Sorry for that. So here we have the map, and we want to get into action. We just see which points are blinking. Can't spawn there, sadly. Sometimes you have the option to deploy straight away. So when you deploy, you get like a drop pod, and you fall to the ground at high speed, and then just continue on foot from there. You can control the way it lands for some, not too much though. You have some control on choosing the landing spot. But yeah, let's get into action. Here we see some people have deployed the Thunderers. One is right where we want it to be, and we're gonna go and try to kill some bad guys. So deploy. So yeah, we deployed ourselves in the area that is being challenged by the blue faction, I think. I hope it's the blue ones, so I don't have to embarrass myself. And here we can see our decals. This shows that we still have the base. When another faction claims the base, the colors change. Here we can see the generator. In order to capture a base, you need to destroy all the generators, as you can hear,
Generator
and
repaired.
rebuild the generators. And these barriers, actually that one doesn't really do anything, but these ones, this red barrier here prevents enemy tanks from getting inside this area. So if you're on foot, you can go through on both sides, but if you're an enemy and trying to go with a tank, you cannot do it. So our team can use tanks inside the area. I haven't really tried it, but I think it works that way. Oh no, oh shit, yeah, probably not, because that's a barrier you can pass with a tank. Forget anything I said about these barriers. I'm not really sure what what they do, because I really thought they were the tank barriers, but I think they're just the ones that you really can't get into if you're not on the correct faction. So let's jetpack somewhere. So here we can see this is one of the stations to get up. There are some gravity lifts, and here we can see there's a anti-tank turret, and on the higher level there should be some anti-air turrets. So let's go see. Yeah, there are at least one. And these things fling you around, so you can get around fast. And just remember always, this is totally free to play. You don't have to pay anything. You only thing you need is a Steam account, and you just download it, register it, and go to play. It's a really great game, and I hope before the video ends, we're gonna find some action, and I'm gonna show you the actual combat side of the game. So a word of warning though. I haven't really played that much yet, so I'm not the best player around, and I'm gonna probably die a lot because I'm playing alone. And usually there are a lot of people playing in groups, which is like better for tactics. But let's check them up. I'm there, and I need to go there. Just yeah, I can show you the deploy function now. Just wait for the timer to go out. So here we are in a drop pod, going down as we speak. So it really doesn't matter where you land. When you land, it just like boof, and you're on the ground. And I'm already getting shot at. I think it's from there. Yeah, press speed, change the fire mode. Oh fuck! This is gonna be a short one. Oh yeah, an enemy tank. Yeah. Oh fuck! He dropped in and out. So yeah, moving on. I'm gonna deploy there, and I'm gonna switch my class to nah, I'm gonna still go as a light assault. Deploy. Try to get at least one kill for the video uh, to show you how it works and how the guns perform in the game. For the melee, it's pretty much like in Halo, so that first punch takes out the shield, and the next one kills the enemy. And I forgot to tell you at the bottom right corner there's the health bar, that's the green one, and the shield bar, that's the blue one, and they both regenerate by themselves. The shields regenerate quite fast, and health yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, the health regenerates slowly over time if you don't take damage, that is. Same for the shield. Can't really see anyone. I think there's somebody up here. At least there are shitload friendlies. So on a full server, I think there's 100 player limit per server. I'm not quite sure, or is it 150 something? So it's quite massive. The battles rage on day and night. So at this point, at least, there are people on every server. There are, I think there are, I found like 15 servers total. I'm not sure. I haven't really checked it out yet, but who really cares? But there's always room for players, so you don't have to like wait around to get a slot in the server. There's always a server with space, and they haven't been like rated with your ping or the amount of players like quite a lot. It just say if the players are low, medium, high or very high. If it's very high, then you might have to wait for a moment to get in, and because the server might be full or the amount of players joining on the server is too much for the server to handle. So you might have to wait for like 10 or 20 seconds. It shouldn't really be a problem. And here you can see a turret that an engineer can deploy. Some friendly tanks. Tanks are like seriously going somewhere. I'm just gonna hop in. Yeah. Got in as the gunner. So I'm gonna see enemy aircraft. So I'm getting shot at from the bridge. Get that. Get some trap shot. And we blew up. Which is not a surprise at all. Every time I try to record something, all the gameplay is totally shit. I can't get anything done. But yeah, that's probably a good spawn. No, it's just get blown up. That's not cool either. Oh, that's decent. So let's go. So unfortunately, this concludes our first episode of the tutorial in Planetside 2. When I was rendering this clip, something got messed up, and I had to put it in two clips with some cutouts because some of the audio just wasn't there. And I hope you enjoyed, and if you liked the video, give me a like, and if you want some more videos from me, subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. Yep, see you around.